All right, hey Liz. I'm so excited about this workout video. We'll do 30 minutes. I've got the equipment you've got. So I've got a band and I've got some 5-pound weights and some like 2 or 3 pound weights. Do like full body, focusing on glutes and core. Your heart rate will get up some, but I'm gonna give you some options so you can decide what to do. And I'm so excited about this. This shows you how dorky I am about my job. But I'm excited that you asked me to do this. So we're gonna start with a squat. I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt before I start because I know I'm gonna get hot pretty quickly. So I'm gonna show you like 3 or 4 different squat options. And you're not gonna be able to see me super well. Let me see. That's a little bit better. So, first squat, basic squat. Feet about hip width, toes are forward, hips shift back, bend your knees. So you still can't see me very well. I'm gonna put this somewhere lower. That's worse. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put that. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so you still can't see my feet. Okay, squatting, weights in your heels, hips are back. Okay, you can do this with like a chair or your coffee table. Actually sit on it, stand back up. You want to watch your knees, that they stay behind your toes. You want to push into your heels and squeeze your glutes as you come up. So that's a starting place. It's like a sit to stand. And then you can hover and not sit all the way down. Pause. And then if you want to get your heart rate up, maybe this is something you do later, you can add a little jump. Squat, jump, squat, jump. So let's start with 10. So let's just go squat and stand for 10. 2, 3, 4. Another thing you can always do is add your weights, and that'll make it harder for the legs, and you can do something with the arms, like curl. 8, 9, 10. Okay, so those are their squats. That's the first thing we're gonna do. And then we're gonna do a lunge. And yeah, let's go ahead and grab one of your 5s. So for your lunge, you're gonna stand with your feet farther apart, forward to back, and then they're about hip width apart side to side. So you want them far enough apart this way that when you bend your knees, you've got a 90-degree angle on both knees. Your weight is in your front heel, lunge, and then stand and curl. And you're seeing I'm having balance trouble, so if you want to stand close to something and touch it like the kitchen table, lunge, stand and curl. Lunge, stand and curl. So let's do 10 on each side. Bend the knees, stand up and curl. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're watching that front knee, keeping it behind the toes, pushing into your front heel. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you'll switch sides. Same thing other side. You have big enough stance that when you bend your knees, they both make 90-degree angles. Weights in the front heel. Lunge, stand and curl for 10, 2, 3, 4. This is good for me. I wasn't going to work out today, but now I am. Thanks to you. There's 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Then we're gonna start, let's do a little more arms while we have the weights. So grab both of the 5s, hinge forward, your knees are a little bent, and your back's really flat. You're sticking your butt out, sticking your chest out. So in this position, you don't want to be rounded, you want a really flat back. And then you're just gonna pull the dumbbells straight back, shoulder blades together, lower them, pull them back. What you don't want is to shrug, so push the shoulders down and back, away from your ears. Lower and pull. So you want to feel right here, kind of that lower upper back. Let's do 10 of those. Pull, release. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, We're gonna do one more, maybe two more arm things before we move on to glutes, since we have 30 minutes. So I'm gonna do it with the 5s. If it feels like too much, switch to the 2s or 3s. Similar position to the row, except not quite as far forward, and your elbows are hiked back. And then you're gonna kick them back straight and bend them. So you want your elbows really lifted up, and this is for your triceps. So the back of the arm right here is where you're squeezing. Again, don't shrug your neck, shoulders pressed down and back, elbows high, kick back, bend. Kick back and bend. You can also do this with support. You can put one hand on the table and do one arm at a time, and that might be a little more supported. But I'm gonna go ahead and do 10 of these with you. So 1, 2, 3. So keep the elbows high. Abs are tight here too. 5, 6. And if you get bored with this style, you can always flip your palms up to the ceiling as you go back, like that. 8, 9, 10. Okay, those are triceps. We're gonna do one more thing for your shoulders. So you can always do an overhead press. We're gonna take the dumbbell straight up. And after you've done this workout a few times, I would try that with the squat. Do the squat, press up at the top. So the way that would look is you'd have the dumbbells here, squat, stand and press, okay? That's where I would add in the press. This other exercise for your shoulders I'm gonna show you is gonna give you definition right here at the front of the shoulder and at the side, which is just really pretty, especially in tank tops. I'm gonna do it on my knees so you can see me really well. You're gonna take both arms, raise them straight out in front, and then take both arms straight out to the sides. Relax your neck, shoulders are down and back, tighten your abs, just kind of pull them in a little. One to the front, one to the side. Good. So we're gonna do 8 of them each way. So that's 2 each way, 3 each way, 4. I just burped. I had this yummy kale salad at one of my clients' houses. She fed me after I made her work out. She's also my mom's cousin, so it's not as weird as it sounds. I may have lost count. That's like 6, 7. Get last one to the front, last one to the sides. I should have said those can be done with your 5s or your 2s or 3s. You probably want to do 2s or 3s at the very start with that one. I want to show you one more arm exercise just because I'm excited. It's ridiculous. This one I would definitely do with your 2s or 3s. You're hinged forward like you were for the row, and it's very similar, except this time instead of pulling with bent elbows, you're gonna have the elbows almost straight and open them. So it's a back fly, open and close. You're going out and down. So shoulder blades are squeezing together. So this one's a little bit higher than the row. You're squeezing right between the shoulder blades, but you still want these muscles relaxed. Do not let those shrug up into your neck. So roll the shoulders down and back. Elbows are slightly bent. Open, close. Let's do 10. 2, 3. Relax your jaw. 4, 5. You might not be tensing your jaw, but I always do. There's 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna actually do something you asked for and do some glutes. So get your band, then one like this. I'm gonna see, probably need to put you over here. I'm gonna have to figure out, oh yeah, that might work. So put your band above your knees. So you're gonna step into it, bring it right above the knees, okay? Come to your hands and knees, tabletop position. Tighten your abs right away. Shoulders down and back, not shrugged up. Lift one knee, flex the foot, squeeze your butt to kick back, bend it in. Squeeze your butt, bend it in. Let's do 10 like that. So you're squeezing right in the center, the base of your butt. It's 4. And if your band starts sliding up, slide it back down right above the knees. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you're gonna switch sides. Flex the other foot, squeeze it back, bend it in. Squeeze your butt, bring it in. Engage your abs lightly here, pulling them up and in so that you're not arching your back really big. Your back staying stable. 5, squeeze 6, 7, pushing through that heel flexed, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're gonna do something similar. We're staying on our hands and knees, but you're gonna lift it straight out to the side. So it's called a fire hydrant. You're like a dog peeing somewhere. So that's not how Carmi pees, but whatever. Squeeze straight out to the side and lower down. The knee can stay bent. Let's do 10 each way. 2, 3. Careful not to lean way over. Both hands pressed down the same amount. Abs are in. I think that's like 5, 6, 7. These are hard. 8, 9, 10. Other side. Make sure your band is all the way down right above the knees. Other leg straight out from the hip for 10. Here's 2. 3. Bend both elbows a little bit. Keep your weight centered. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So good. Take it back. Do a little stretch. Go side to side with your hips. Release a little tension. I think the next thing I wanted to do, you can take the band off. Yeah, we're gonna start engaging those abs a little bit, okay? So I know we've talked about this before, about tightening and pulling the abs inward instead of like crunching and pushing them outward, okay? Because of sweet Carter baby, your abs may have separated a little during pregnancy, so we wanna pull everything back in. So this is a really good exercise for that. But you have to kind of connect the brain to the muscles. So you're gonna be on your stomach, on your forearms, elbows right below your shoulders, hands can be together. Your knees are about hip width apart. Keep your knees bent. Start to draw the abs inward. So navel to spine, abs closing inward like you're trying to hollow out your stomach. So start to pull them in and slowly lift your hips just to that plank on the forearms and then lower back down. Now we'll add the breath. Breathe in here. Breathe out, pull the abs in. Hollow it out, crunch, scratch, pull it in. Lower down, breathe in. Breathe out, pull the abs in. Lift up, that's 3. Lower down. Breathe in, we're gonna go for 10. Exhale, pull them in. There's 4. Lower down, breathe in. Exhale, pull them in, hold. 5. My abs shake a little at the top of each one. You're pulling them in that hard, that tight. Exhale, 6. Lower down, breathe in. Exhale, 7. Lower down, breathe in. Exhale, 8. Lower down, breathe in. Exhale, 9. Good, last one. Breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, roll up. Tighten the abs. Oh, there's 10. Whew, so good. Take a deep breath. The next thing we'll do is a side plank. So that one was closing everything in together towards the center. This one's for the obliques on the sides of the body. You're on your forearm, elbows directly below your shoulder, hand can be straight forward. We're gonna bend the knees, keep them both down. They're pretty much straight down from you, slightly in front of the body. So clients ask me this a lot. You don't want your abs pushed out. Bring the knees forward just enough so that you can feel like you can pull your abs in, if that makes sense. Push down into this elbow, lift the hips up, squeeze right here, lower down. So you're gonna lift up, lower down. Make sure the elbow is directly under your shoulder. Lift up, lower down. So I had mine a little too far out at first. It's not gonna work as well. It's gonna probably hurt your shoulder and your neck. So you want that elbow directly below the shoulder. lift, and lower. We'll do 10. That was like 4, 5. So you're squeezing right here. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good. Switch sides. Okay, I was afraid of this. I'm talking a lot and I'm already over 15 minutes. Usually when I make a workout video for a normal client, I'm like pushing it. I'm like, I'm supposed to do 45 minutes and I'm like always not having enough material, but I was like, I bet for Liz's video, I'll go over. Just because I love you. So we're doing the same thing on the other side. Lift the hips, lower the hips. Squeeze your oblique, back down. Your elbows lined up under your shoulder. Here's 4, we'll go to 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Somebody else just walked in. I was alone before. Okay, we're gonna put that band back on. We're gonna do a little more glutes. Step into the band, pull it up right above the knees, okay? We're actually gonna lay on your side, just like we were for that side plank, except this time your hips are gonna stay down. Similar to before, your knees are slightly in front of you, feet stay together, lift the top knee, okay? What you wanna check for is that your top hip isn't rolling back to kind of give yourself leverage. Keep the hips stacked right on top of each other, lift the top knee, feet stay together. Let's do 10 like that. There's 3, 4, so you're getting those outer glutes. 5, you can come all the way down with the upper body if that feels better. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can stop here, or because I'm crazy, I like to do some more. Lift the top foot up. So we'll do 10 like that. 3. Maybe you stop with the first ones the first time you do the video, and maybe in a few weeks when your hips feel stronger, you progress to including these. 8, 9, 10, and then 1 more. You're gonna pull the knee forward and back. So for this one, I put my hand in front of my chest, bring the knee towards the elbow. This one's probably the hardest part. Keep that knee up at the hip height. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then switch sides. Same thing, other side. Stack everything up, hips are stacked, knees are slightly in front of you, feet stay together, top knee goes up. Come down, we'll do 10 like that. 3, so you're squeezing right here in that outer hip. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then if you want, top foot up 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hand down in front of you, pull it forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing with the band. You can always just like fast forward things you don't want to do because this video is going to be longer than you or I plan on it being. So you can just fast forward things, pick and choose what you want to do. Knees are bent, feet are about hip width apart, maybe a little wider. Rest everybody, bridge your hips up, pushing into your heels, squeeze your glutes, and then press your knees apart. Lower the hips, lift the hips, press out. Lower, lift, press. Let's do 10 like that. 3, 4, and I'm pressing into my heels so hard I'm kind of flexing and lifting my toes off the floor. It's a good way to know you're getting just right into the glutes. At 6, 7, 8, 9, hold it up for 10. Hold the hips as high as you can. Just press the knees out, out. This is the same as the last exercise we did. You can stop. You don't have to add on like I'm doing. Maybe later. 7, 8, 9, 10. One more add on. Hold the press. Lower halfway, lift up. Lower halfway, lift up. 10 of those. So you're holding the tension in the band with the knees pressed out, and you're holding tension in the glutes but not lowering all the way to release. Just a little bit. Back up. I don't know. There was like 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, so good. Okay. Band off. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do 1 round and then I'm gonna stop the video, and I want you to do 2 sets, okay? Well, I kind of want to finish my workout, so I might just do both sets with you. Grab your weights, laying on your back. This is for your chest muscles. You can bend the elbows and press them straight up if that's hard enough. If the weights are too light for that to be hard enough, palms and elbows are slightly bent, open and close. Open and close. So that's a chest fly. Let's do 10. 3, 4. So the press will be easier with the lighter weights. The fly will be harder. So you can start with the press. 8, 9, 10. And then we're gonna do one more thing for your triceps, because that's always a fun area to tighten up the back of the arm. Arms straight up, palms face in, elbows stay put. You bend the elbows, press straight up. It's almost like you're gonna hit yourself in the forehead, but don't. Go to either side of the head. You can always do this with your 2s or 3s if the 5s are too much. But you're wanting to keep the elbows close. Don't let the elbows flare out. Keep them in, palms facing each other. We'll go to 10. Here's 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, we're gonna do a little bit more abs. Okay, so now your abs are healing. We're gonna build up strength in them. So this first one is similar to the plank. You're gonna use your breath and you're gonna contract everything inward, okay? You're just gonna do it on your back this time. Take a deep breath in, fill up your lungs. When you exhale, contract your abs, press your back into the floor. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Push down into the floor. Squeeze everything in. You can do a Kegel there too for your pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale, press down. Tighten, pull in. Maybe do a Kegel. Good. Inhale. Exhale, tighten. Push into the floor. We'll do 10. That was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pull it in, yeah. 8, 9, 10. Good. So that really pulls everything in, tightens it up, and we'll get rid of the separation in the abs. So now that you have that feeling of pulling in, tightening in, pushing into the floor, try to hold that locked in position with the abs. Lift your legs, bend your knees, and I'll give you 2 versions of this. The slightly easier version is dropping one leg at a time and switching. You want to keep your low back down, keep your low abs in. Once that feels easy, you can do both legs at once. So we'll start with the alternating. We'll do 10 on each side. So there's 2, 3. Keep your low back pressed into the floor. Keep your abs locked in. 5, 6. The more bent your knees are, the easier. 7. The straighter your knees get, the harder. 8, 9, 10. Good. And for your first time doing this video, I think probably stop there and we'll start over. Later, when you feel a little stronger, lock the abs in, push your low back into the floor, and we'll crunch from there. You don't want to crunch with your neck. Upper abs are doing the work. Your neck is relaxed, hands behind your head, jaws relaxed, your face straight up to the ceiling. Do 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I'm gonna add one more. We're already at 25 minutes. We're gonna add one more thing for probably later. So you're gonna be seated, knees are bent, pull the abs in and round back a little bit, okay? And then you're gonna lower and lift one leg, lower, lift the other leg. The further back you go, the harder. Go all the way back, it's hard. The straighter the legs, the harder. So you can lean back just a little bit, bend the knees. We'll do 10 on each side. I think that's like 5 on each side. 6, 7. Just looking at that bruise. I think I told you about that. Ava bit me. I was putting him to bed. Here's 9. Last one, 10. I'd be madder about the bite, except I was laying on them and I kind of asked for it. Anyways, that was round 1. Get you some water. We're gonna start over, and I'm gonna do it with you because I wanna get a workout in. So you can fast forward, you can skip any of that stuff we just did that you're not ready for. And I'm gonna try to set up the camera. All right, so we're gonna start back at the beginning with the squats. We'll do it with the press this time for the video. You can choose if you wanna use the weights and press or not. Squat, press up. So you could sit, tap, weights in your heels, knees are behind your toes. Back is flat, butt is sticking out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bet the second round goes faster than the first one because I won't talk as much. And I won't have to explain as much because you've already done it once. So you're gonna do the lunge. Big split stance, weights in the front heel. Bend both knees, bicep curl. Bend both knees, bicep curl. Weights in the front heel. Knees are bending to 90 degrees. Front knee doesn't go past the toes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Big split stance, feet are side to side wide enough that you have a stable base. Bend both knees, curl. Push into your front heel. 2, 3, abs are lightly tightened. Hold on to something for balance if you need it. I obviously do. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, if I go too fast, just pause it and do it at your own pace. Row. So, hinge over the flat back, shoulders rolled down and back, elbows go straight back by your sides. So you pull and release. Pull and release. We'll do 10. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then triceps. A little less hinged over, shoulders down and back, elbows high, kick them back, bend. Option to do the palms up to the ceiling or the palms in towards each other. We'll go for 10, there's 3, 4, you can go to lighter weights for this too. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoulders, front and side raise. I'll do them standing this time. Roll your shoulders down and back, relax your neck. Raise them to the front, raise them to the sides. Palms face the front of your legs, further raise forward. Palms face in, the sides of your legs, further raise outward. Do 8 of each. This is 3 of each. Feel free to use your lighter weights for this. Relax your neck. Make sure you're not shrugging into those upper traps of your shoulders. 5. I'm not a good counter when I'm talking, so feel free to stop when you're done. 7, think. Last one forward. Last one to the side. 8, 8. Okay. The last thing I think I did was back fly. So yeah, you can lower weights, shoulders roll down and back. Hinge forward nice and far, open and close. So the arms are straighter here, almost straight elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Good job. So that was the arms. We're gonna move on to glutes. So I'm gonna come onto the mat here. Okay, get my camera. Step into your band. Bring it above the knees. Onto your hands and knees. And we're gonna do 10 on each leg, kicking straight back. A little bit in your elbows, abs tight, back is flat. Kick straight back, bend it in. Push through the heel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Make sure the band stays down low. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And then out to the side. Fire hydrants, outer glutes. Lift it straight out to the knee straight out from the hip. 3, 4. Both elbows have a little bend. Both palms have weight in them. 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Lift it straight out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, my butt hurts. Okay, take off your band. Ready to those plank roll-ups on the forearms. Let's come to the forearm plank. Okay, on your stomach. Get back so you can see my elbows a little bit. Elbows are directly below the shoulders. Hands together. Knees stay bent. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull your abs in. Lift your hips. 1. Breathe in. Exhale. Roll up 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Tightening and pulling in. 8. 9. Oh, 10. So good. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Then, side plank. So laying on your side, elbow directly below your shoulder. Make sure it's not too far out. Knees are bent slightly in front of you. Abs pull in. Press your knees and elbow down. Lift your hips up. Use your oblique right here. 1, 2. So right along the side of your waist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Same thing, other side. Elbow directly below the shoulder. Knees are slightly in front of you. Abs can pull in. Push the elbow and the knees down. Lift the hips up. Squeeze right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Then, yep, we're gonna use the band again. Finish out your glutes. So both feet in the band, right above the knees again. Lay on your side. Knees are a little in front of your hips. Feet stay together. Top knee lifts. hips are stacked. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Possible add-on, lift the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lovely view you're getting. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it up 10, pull it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and other side. Same thing. Knees a little in front of your hips. Feet stay together, hips stay stacked, top knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope we're still friends. Hope you don't hate me. 8, 9, 10. Lift the foot. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I hate me when I make myself do too much hard work. 7, 8, 9. Hold it up 10, pull it forward. 1, 2, 3. I remember when we would go work out together in college. That was funny times. 6, 7. Liam and Chris days. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. One more thing with the band. Bridges. Yeah. So on your back, knees bent, feet a little wider than your hips. We're going to bridge up, press out. Lower, lift, press. 10 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it up, just press. 1, 2. This can be skipped. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold the press for 10. Lower and lift. 1, 2. Just a couple inches. 3, 4, 5, 6. Burning. 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, so good. Band off. All right. Abs. Oh yeah, chest press first. Okay. So get your 5s. We're gonna do a chest press or fly. So for the press, elbows bend. For the fly, palms are they open and close. 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. And then triceps, palms face in, elbows are close together, bend, and press straight back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those elbows are right over the shoulders. 8, 9, 10. All right, no more weights. Finishing with abs. We're gonna do that breath one where you push your back into the floor. So big inhale, exhale, push it back into the floor. And one more. Exhale, push it down. 2, so you're closing everything inward. 3, push into the floor. 4, 5, option for those kegels. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Good. Hold that locked in, tight abs, pushing to the floor position. Lift the legs, knees are bent. Option to alternate or do both for 10. 2, press the back into the floor really hard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, same as we did last time. Lock the back into the floor. Abs are really pulling in. Option for crunches. Maybe we save these for later. There's 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Last thing. Seated, knees bent, pull the abs in, round back a little bit, lower, lift one leg, lower, lift the other leg as low as you want to go back or as shallow as you want to go back. It's 3 of each. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, my hip flexors popping, 10, and 10. Whew, perfect. Thank you for doing this workout with me. I love you. This is my favorite workout I've ever done, my favorite video I've ever done, because it was for you and you're my best friend and I love you. And I know I got carried away and I went over by like 11 minutes, so skip whatever you want to skip, pick and choose. I love you, bye.